Okay, click on OK. Record session started. Today concept name is overloading. Today concept name is overloading. What is overloading concept? If at all a function existing, if at all a function more than one time in a class, more than one time in a class, if at all a function more than one time in a class with different arguments, if at all a function more than one, if at all a function more than one time in a class with different arguments, same function but with different arguments, if at all a same function more than one time in a class with different arguments, like like type of hogs, comma number of hogs. If we write, then that concept is overloading concept. Yeah, just concentrate. If at all a function more than one time in a class with different arguments, like type of hogs, number of arcs, if we write, then the concept is called overloading concept. Same function I'm writing number of times. If at all a function more than one time in a class, if you write directly, automatically Java will show you error message or into mark. But here I'm writing same function but with the different arguments, like type of arguments, number of arguments. I'm writing same function, I'm writing but with the different arguments or type of arguments. Different arguments means, now, if it is type of arguments or number of arguments, if we write, then that concept is called overloading concept. Okay, I will show you with example. I will show you with the example. Before going to this concept, first of all, we should know what is variable. What is variable? What do you mean by variable? It is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value that value will be changed in future. It is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future. How many times you want, that many times we can change the value. So it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future number of times. How many times you want, that many times we can change the value. So that is called variable. So for example, I have one variable. So I'm giving one name. It is a name A. I'm giving one name to one memory location. It is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. Which can hold a value. That value will be changed in future. That value will be changed in future. How many times you want, that many times we can change the value. There is no restriction. So that is the reason we are calling it is a variable. What is the advantages of variable? One is reusability, easy to update, easy to maintain. Easy to update and easy to maintain. Easy to update, easy to maintain. Easy to update, easy to maintain. So that's the reason we are calling it is a variable. Variable syntax. Data type, variable name equal to value. Simply we can write int a equal to 10. This is variable. Variable is nothing but it is a name given to a one memory location which can hold a value. That value will not change in future number of times. Will change in number of times. How many times you want, that many times we can change the value. So simply we can say it can hold a value. Simply we can say what is variable? It can hold a value. It can hold a value. So syntax data type variable name equal to value. Okay, right. Today concept is overloading concept. What is overloading? If at all a function more than one time in a class with different arguments like type of arguments, number of type of arguments, comma, number of arguments. If we write, then that concept is called overloading concept. With example, I will teach you now. Just concentrate. Overloading and overriding both are very important concept in Java. So first we will discuss overloading with example. Go to Eclipse.
It's kind of birthday party.
What, madam?
Birthday party ఎట్లయిందా?
Super. Very super. Yeah. Once again, I will teach you. Once again, I will teach you how to create project, how to create package, how to create class. I'm going to Project Explorer. I'm taking new project. I'm taking new project. Select Java project. Click on next. I'm giving project name is USA. Click on finish. No. The framework some error is showing. Why? Why it is showing error? Something is wrong. Right. I created one project. The project name is USA. After creating project, we can get SRC and JRE. Right click on SRC, take the new class. And taking class name is over. Keep the mark public static void menu. Click on finish. Now I am declaring the functions here. Public static void add. I'm taking one function add. So this is the function. Already we know.
I have a question.
Yes, ask me.
You first when you created boy and girl, you took static and void. Only first static and non-static. Then the second inheritance, you took only void. Now you are taking static and void.
If you want to, you can take it.
No, but in inheritance it did not work, right? When I put static.
It will work, but there is another concept. If you want to call the static function from another class, we have another method, another concept. So only if you want to call the non-static function, that time if it is same function or another function, we need to create the object. You created object to f dot n and f dot drive, but it is showing error line. Warning it is showing. Why? Because that is static. So if it is static, how we can call? I will tell you later. Okay.
Okay.
Public static void add. So here add function, here I'm taking two arguments like int a comma into b. I'm taking two arguments int a comma into b. So what is variable definition? Just tell me syntax.
Variable, it is a name given to one memory location which can hold the value. That values will change in future.
Okay, right. Variable syntax.
Variable syntax. Is, I don't know. Int
Into a equal to
a is equal to 10.
10. So into result equal to a plus b. I am writing a plus b. Okay. Now I want to print that res. That is a variable. That is a variable. This is variable. Res is a variable. So I want to print that variable. Sy S4 control space res. Sy S4 control space res. Next.
But you don't have to put colon this thing res, no?
Where values I will pass the values from main method. I will tell you, madam.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I am writing same function, public static void into a comma into b comma into c. Into res equal to a plus b plus c. Sy S4 control space res.
Res is a variable, right?
Res is the variable.
Okay.
Add is the function. Same function I am writing. Same function once again I am writing. But here I am taking data type is different. I am taking double data type. Double A. Double B. Double res equal to a plus b. Right. So first and second is example for number of argument example. Here we have two functions. Here we have three functions. So this is number of argument example. First and third is type of argument example. Same function. So this concept is called overloading. If at all a function more than one time in a class, with different arguments like type of arguments, number of arguments, if we write, then that concept is called overloading concept. If at all any function, if you write once again, so automatically it will show error. If you want result.
The thing is, hold on. It's you said right.
Wait. If I write same function in the class, automatically it will show error. It is showing error or not?
Right.
So same function I am writing, but with different arguments I am writing. So that's why that concept is called overloading concept. Now ask me doubt.
You said main string arrays, right?
Where?
It's a overloading. It is if all the functions more than one time in a class with different arrays, like types of arrays, number of arrays, and if we write them, the concept is called overload. So within this, above the string and arrays, right?
Actually,
that is
Here is I'm declaring first I'm declaring functions. So
Right.
I want to pass the values. I want to pass the values. This concept says only one thing. If at all any function number of times you can write in the main class. Sorry, you can write in the class. If at all any function you can write number of times, but you should maintain different arguments.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now I can pass the values. Add 10 comma 20. So it will execute first function. Add 10 comma 20 comma.
Almost 30.
So it will execute second function.
Yeah.
Add
This then
0.2 comma 0.5. This concept is called overloading concept. Okay, already we discussed, I think. Is it?
No.
No. Okay. So if at all any function more than one time in a class with different arguments like type of arguments, number of arguments, if we write, then that concept is called overloading concept. Sir, finally you got one doubt. Sir, whenever you are declaring any function, each and every function you are writing void. Why we are writing void? That's your doubt. Why we are writing void? So each and whenever declaring any function you are writing void. Why you are writing void? That's your doubt. I'm giving explanation is so void means if you write void, it will not give any return value.
Oh, okay.
It will not give any return value. If you want return value,
you have to give star.
if you want return value in the place of void, we should mention the data type.
Okay.
Once if you mention the data type, once if you mention the data type, so it will give return value.
Okay.
That value we need to store into that void we need to store into one variable. That value we need to store into one variable. We need to store into one variable. And after that we can print it. Right. After that we can print it. That is the concept. That is void concept. Why we are writing void? I don't want any return value. That's the reason we are writing void. If you want a return value in the place of void, we should mention the data type. Once if you mention the data type, it will give the return value. That return value we need to store into one variable and we can print it. So that is the concept of void concept. Okay. Right. Now in the place of void, I'm mentioning the data. I'm mentioning data type int. So if you mention the int data type, automatically it will show error. Why? Because here is no need of system.out.println. Why? Because it will give return value.
Oh.
So
So,
next function also. If you write int in the place of void, it will give return value. Oh, sorry, it will show error. Why it is showing error? Here is no need to use system.out.println.
right.
We can write return
Hmm.
in the third function also. In the place of void, I am mentioning data type double. So if you mention the double
Oh.
data type, it will show error. So in the place of system.out.println, we should write return.
Return.
Right. Concept is over. Now we need to store it one variables. Already I told you now. Return value is coming. So we need to store it one variable. I'm taking variable is x
Hmm.
into y. We need to store into one variable. Double z. Right. Now we can print it. Now we can print it. SYSO control space x. X is a variable.
Hmm.
SYSO control space y. SYSO control space z.
Z.
So void, if you write void, program will be short. But if you write in the place of void, if you write any data type, it will be some lengthy.
Hmm.
That is the concept.
That is the concept.
Overloading and void concept.
So
Overloading.
if you put void there, then you don't have to put this int and all that.
Yes. If you write void, so there is no need of int. There is no need of return.
Return or double, right?
Yes. Simply we can get it.
Okay.
Okay. Just practice these two things. Enough.
Okay.
You can just have you understand this concept?
I have to practice. Yeah, I have. అని ఒకటి ఇది వేరియబుల్ అవన్నీ తెలుసు దాన్ని మళ్ళీ రిఫ్రెష్ చేసుకోవాలండి.
Which one?
డబుల్ అంటే ఏంటి, డబుల్ అంటే ఏంటి అదని కొంచెం రిఫ్రెష్ చేయాలి.
Okay. Just can I send the recorded file?
యా.
Already you have a recorded file, right?
మొన్నది ఉంది, ఈ రోజు లేదు కదా.
This recorded file I will send you now.
ఓకే.
Just give me 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, 10 minutes I can send you.
ఓకే.
Okay. Record mode.